Trav, what do you got for us, man? What's up, everybody? We're deep. We're deep. We're like episode 21. We can drink now. We've got a great show for you. Irate Mastermind. What's up, people? Oh, good looking out, fellas. Travis, you brought some drink, man.
Yeah, you know, every now and then I get really lazy, and I don't want to make something.
Yeah.
And I appreciate stuff that's already pre-prepared.
Yeah.
So I got some Jack Tennessee Honey and Jack whiskey and cola.
Nice.
That's in the cans.
These are in the cans. Only problem with this is you can't find it nowhere. Like,
Where's your spot?
I go to a liquor store that's close by my house, and they started selling these at $5.99.
A can?
For a can.
A can?
And I was like,
oh
fuck
my
you,
God.
give me two. I'm not, if I don't like this, I'm coming back and I'm kicking your owner's ass.
Dang.
Yeah.
Got home, loved it. Like, fire. Like, so
And
good.
I remember asking you about the
Yeah.
ratio on those.
So
And you
good.
said, really?
Because they're not like Coca-Cola heavy.
Can I see one?
You feel me?
Yeah.
And they're not like, they're like a perfect balance.
7%. That's good.
Yeah, this
That's
is
perfect.
That is
strong.
perfect.
So one of these
Ooh,
would
these
be
are
like my
freezing cold.
drink for the night. This is like ordering two drinks. You know what I mean? So
That's dope.
take two of these on the road with
Yeah.
you're good to go. Don't drink and drive. Of course.
So you still buy them for $6 a piece?
No,
Oh,
so
okay.
they started at
I was like,
$5.99.
damn.
They dropped them down to $3.99. Now
Uh-huh.
they're $2.99.
Oh, okay.
This liquor store has been around forever, so I think they're a tester store.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's found them in bottles, but
Uh-huh.
only the Coca-Cola and whiskey ones.
So these are the
I've-
Jack Daniels,
Official.
This is the Honey Jack.
the Honey Jack
Yeah.
one. This
So I
one.
think
Oh,
they're
so it's lemonade.
testing it out. Yeah.
These ones I
Honey
haven't
lemonade.
seen,
But
but
it's-
that one. Those ones I seen back in the day. Maybe they were in
You had
bottles.
these back in the day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were in
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah.
That's right. They were in bottles.
Yeah. So the
But
can,
when I saw them in can, those were different.
it just hits different in the can.
That's tight.
It has honey and lemonade. You can definitely taste it.
That's like
That drink we had, bro.
Mhm.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's really good. I think I'm gonna have this one.
This is.
Are you
What's
saying you
funny
want
is-
this one?
No, I'm gonna have the Coca-Cola first.
Oh,
Because I'm gonna say the dessert for last.
so we're
This
gonna.
is
Can we do one in one?
Gotcha, I
Huh?
got you.
Can we do one in one?
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, Christian's not drinking.
Yeah, he's
This
not
is second week today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
off, man. Good
That's
job.
tight.
That's not easy to do.
It's not because
Hey, do they have a Jack and Diet?
Wait.
They should, though,
wait.
right? Jack and Diet Coke.
I love to drink. To be honest.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, let me see.
Seems
I
like
will
so
do an
refreshing.
extra 150 jumping jacks just to have a drink.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Before or after, though?
before and after.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very calisthenic
So it's
of you.
kind of like, it's almost like, it's when you work all day, it's hot, but that reward's waiting in the kitchen, a nice meal,
Nice hot
nice
meal.
cold drink, it just
Woo.
motivates you to
Hey.
get to that quitting time.
Yeah.
And if you really want to like prep for the next day, do, a nice long walk. I've been walking a lot.
Yeah.
So, as I get older, I notice it like, I'm not going to jog, A, because I don't want to,
Yeah.
cause anybody to be startled. B, like,
You run everywhere.
And
With
B, I don't want like a
with
bunch
the
of black
mask
people
on.
following me. Like, where are you running to?
Yeah. No, we don't need to know that.
But I
Safety's
walk the
priority.
dog. Exactly. I walk the dog, super long walks.
Yeah.
Not just the block, but like the whole city block.
Yeah, that's
And
a long
it's been
way.
good, man. I
It's
can
a long
feel
way.
the difference. Like after dinner,
Yeah.
I'll do it. It takes me about 35, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the difference
Yeah.
that night after I shower and in the morning when I wake up. You know what I
Interesting.
mean? So it's good.
That's man. I want to say proud of you because it's actually a big feat to get off your ass and do anything that's that doesn't feel good at
Preach.
first.
Preach.
Just like I was talking to my brother earlier, like he's on this thing, man. Like, and I don't want to say to call it a thing because it's not a thing. It's like
It's a lifestyle.
it's a new
Lifestyle
it's a new style of what would you call it?
It's new you.
Just changing
Yeah,
the little things here and there. Yeah, just I don't know.
just like a change.
Try not to
change
do
your habit.
too much.
Yeah.
Eating, drinking, lounging.
Yeah.
Quarantine got us all
No.
What was the
mentally effed
catalyst?
up.
That like sparked it.
I don't know. I don't know anything specific.
Okay.
Generally speaking, just
Mhm.
like how I was saying, get up. It sucks. Everyone feels better after they do that run,
Yeah, true.
walk, whatever. But before, man, everyone knows. Dang, I gotta go.
Were you feeling uncomfortable? That led you to something like
Yeah. Uncomfortable. Like just not the same as when you're
Yeah.
younger and all.
Starting
Like,
to sound
oh
like
dang,
AJ getting up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly.
Can't
Like,
tie your
little,
shoes.
little
Yeah.
things, and then yeah, just you got to do it. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I remember my dad used to get mad because he couldn't tie his shoes like he wanted to.
Oh, dang.
He used to get he used to make fun of himself, but he's like, dang it. But yeah, just little
Out of
little,
breath.
little little things
man.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
like
when you can't tie your shoes. That's
That's
Yeah.
a problem.
I remember he used to have his way of getting out of the recliner, like rocking himself to get out
One.
and like picking one leg. Like,
Two.
He would
yeah,
do it.
like, just I mean, because he's a
He
goofy
would.
guy, he's just
Yeah.
being weird.
Yeah,
But
no, when he gets to that, man,
Yeah, you gotta-
and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Not that I'm
Yeah.
overboard right now, but like I think it was the first maybe month of shelter in place, Travis.
Mhm.
That like I was doing really good. Like I was like, you know what, fuck this. Let me just eat meat,
Yeah.
veggies, meat, veggies, no
Mhm.
sugar. Let me kind of chill just in case.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm getting some Chips Ahoy.
Oh yeah, what was the
Doritos.
breaking point?
So, but here it is. Here's the thing. So since then, I think I've literally gone through like 5 bags of Doritos,
Uh,
Nice.
like 2.
Wait, since the beginning of quarantine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hold on, but that's a lot, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
that's a bag every time I go to the store, and then also too like maybe 3 packs of or 4 packs of Oreos,
Mhm.
2 packs of those Chips Ahoy, like
Mhm.
the entire time. That's a lot of stuff.
yeah,
And those are the things I love. Like I love
Yeah.
Doritos, I love Oreos, I love
Yeah.
cookies, and then I'd eat them late at night, like the past month, like
Yep.
boom, 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 back to
12
back every
o'clock
night.
mark.
Every night,
It's
like
what's
no
the chip of
one's-
choice?
for me, it's gonna be Doritos.
Straight up Doritos.
Yeah, you know what? There's something about Doritos that remind me of being a kid.
Yeah. That crunch.
It's
Feel like you're
That
eating
smell.
something more
It-
than just a chip.
yeah, it's
It even be on your fingers after, huh?
yeah, and I usually lick my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Not all the time, not crazy like a fucking
Shit.
hyena or anything, but
Yeah.
you know,
gotta
sometimes
wait
it sometimes
till it accumulates.
yeah, there you go.
Till you get that scraping.
There you
in
go.
the mouth, Get that
Or I go,
sauce.
or what I do,
Build up. Like, I'm not ready yet.
what I do too, I'll put my fingers
Oh, there it goes.
put my fingers under the sink and go like
Mhm.
this and let it like drip orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A little Dorito water.
Yeah, just play mind tricks with play little life games.
That's funny. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I got to get on the horse, man. Like I don't want to. I gotta drink more water. I was talking to my brother. Like I gotta drink a lot of
Honestly,
water, dude.
what's funny is water is like the #1 solution no one looks towards.
Yeah.
You do like a couple gallons like
Yeah.
that.
So what was the thing you told me today with the little with the water? The more you drink, what?
Oh no, I can't. That'll
Oh.
give it away.
Oh, okay,
That'll
yeah,
give it
that's
away.
right.
The more
see,
you
no.
pee.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
pretty
you go.
much. Pretty much. Yeah,
But he told me something. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh, you
like-
know what? That makes a lot of sense. So you know what? Like, I gotta cut out all the sugar, dude. And because I like to eat not carbs, but
What's funny is no one at this
Protein.
This is
Well,
hilarious.
That's good.
No one at this table
Better
is
than
like
carbs.
obese.
No,
You
no.
feel me?
No,
So it's
no.
like just getting back to that fighting
Exactly.
weight. You
So
know?
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. So how tall are you, Travis? Like 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3". Yeah.
Okay. And you weigh how much,
222.
respectively?
222.
Wow. And
Okay.
you, Christian? How tall are you?
It's not determined yet.
Do you know how tall you are?
How tall?
Yeah.
5'9".
Okay.
Yeah.
You never ask a man his ways. Come
What?
on,
We're
It's
guys.
rude.
We're talking about.
No,
listen.
but it's a mental. game.
Okay,
I
good,
have
good.
to
See,
stay
this
on
guy's not
track
good
and-
for you.
Yeah.
I'm
what are you
sick-
shooting for?
Yeah.
A little lower.
Nice. Good to hear. That's encouraging because it's encouraging me.
Yeah.
I think there's like a whole cycle. It's like a domino effect. You're
Right,
like,
right.
damn, this fool's getting. Look
Yeah.
out there. He got little pecs going and stuff. Whatever.
Okay.
But not to say that I'm the worst out of shape, but it's probably more internal than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. The internal, external.
Because you
and
can be
then there's-
slim and still be
Well, that's me. I'm
halfway in the grave.
But those
of the
slim
me,
guys
that's
are the
me.
ones that are able to eat those Doritos.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
All day and all.
I can,
all,
and
no
I'm-
diabetes, no.
Yeah.
Cookie guy, yeah.
Obese, no overweight, no
Yeah.
belly, just
Yeah.
skinny and
So-
smoke all day. Or
yeah,
something.
exactly. No, there are people like that. So I'm 6'2", and I weigh maybe 205.
Oh, you're good.
Mhm.
You're like literally 10 pounds away from where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I do want to be like 195.
But that's according to like other people.
But that's actually where I feel the best. And
195?
Yeah, 195.
I
Oh.
haven't been 195 since like a
Third
year or two
grade.
out of high
Oh,
school.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I like 210, 215
Yeah.
is where I like to be.
Mm.
Because that means I'm top heavy with no stomach. I only gain weight in my gut. Like, I don't gain weight really in my face a
What's
little
your
bit.
weakness? Like, oh dang, I'm gonna get my gut. It
Yeah.
was so good. Like
Jalapeno chips with sauce.
jalapeno
Cheese.
chips with
sauce.
Oh, those ones you brought to the house. This is delicious,
That's
by the
your
way.
snack.
Jalapeno
Snack,
chips
huh?
with jalapeno.
It's like
cheese
such
sauce.
a weird combo for me,
but
it's really good.
so satisfying.
I almost couldn't eat it at first, but then I was like, damn,
Wait a
this
minute.
tastes kind of fire.
Yeah.
The heaviest I've been was like 225.
225.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even remember.
and I looked like a different person.
Really?
Yeah, I looked like
235 before, yeah.
like Tom Sizemore on drugs or something.
What?
Yeah,
On drugs.
yeah, and all
You-
bloated and shit like Chrissy Teigen.
Long as your face doesn't morph,
Yeah.
and I think you're in a comfortable way. It's
Yeah.
when your face starts to morph
Mm-hmm.
that you're in an uncomfortable way. Because I don't want to be looking like
that's
50
good.
Cent when he did that movie.
Yeah, where you get all
He
skinny.
looked
yeah,
unhealthy.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
We
it's
got all
not
skinny?
always just about weight
Yeah.
loss. Yeah, it's not always just about getting down to a certain weight. It's like you could be 220 and be at your healthiest point. You know, your
Yeah.
legs can be on fleek. Your thighs could be the strongest ever. Your
Yeah.
back could be swole.
Yeah,
And you're carrying around a bunch more weight. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I see it. As long as I feel like I can sprint around my block
there you go.
or like save someone that I need to save, then I'm good. That's how I judge it now.
What's what are like your go-to exercises though? I know mine. And
Burpees.
yours? Oh, burpees.
Yeah, I'll do like 25 burpees
Yeah.
if I really want to like just like fit check myself.
Mm-hmm.
Push-ups. I've always been really good at push-ups. At any
Yeah,
given time,
good,
I'm
good.
probably going to be able to knock out 25,
What do
even
you-
at my heaviest.
And you do it like every day?
Every day I do 50.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
still doing that.
I don't have a favorite one. All of them
No?
are horrible.
Oh yeah, hey,
You know what I mean?
And jumping jacks.
oh yeah,
Jumping jacks is good though.
Solid, yeah.
that's real
Because it's an
PT.
all-body exercise. You
Yeah.
can like switch it up, kind of like turn in
Yeah.
midair. You really
See, I
wanna,
don't do
like-
any of that
yeah.
Jump rope
calisthenics
with-
shit.
I used to love jump rope.
Yeah?
Oh,
But
that's cool.
man, it's
Yeah.
just now. Well, eventually, like jump rope is
Yeah.
like
Wow.
really good.
I do all the same shit. I do like little weightlift shit. Like I'll do a curl. I'll do an
Yeah.
overhead like a
Did you
military
say
press.
a curl?
Yeah. Yeah, just a curl.
Singular. Oh, I did the left
One
side
arm only.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Left arm only.
Yeah. And then I'll do like the what's this one called? Like you bring up the bar like this.
Mhm.
What you know which one I'm talking
To
about?
bring it to your chest.
Oh, like
It's
the-
like where you stand like this.
yeah.
You stand right here and you bring it up like this. It's like
Right.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
It's
You're
kind of
coach.
like a row.
No, I don't
like
do
a
that.
standing-
That's-
It's like a stand. Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it is. A standing row.
No, there's another word for it.
We'll call it.
It's,
We'll call it standing
yeah.
row.
Yeah. whatever.
What is that? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, that
That's
one.
another machine I love. The row machine.
The Nautilus.
The Nautilus. That's a brand, I think.
Dang.
But yeah, I like that one. That one. You do that for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
dude. Drenched. So
And then
I don't know. I like stationary exercises.
I don't. I hate the treadmill. I hate the bike.
Yeah.
I like riding a real bike, and I like going for
Mhm.
like
yeah,
regular
that makes
runs.
sense. Treadmill gets boring
Yeah, but I got to get back on it. But yeah, this guy inspired me to.
unless you're like in your shows and you're like, oh dang,
Mhm.
30 minutes. Oh yeah, keep going.
That's one good thing
that's
of running on a treadmill,
Oh, yeah,
you can
to
watch your
show,
shows. especially if you're by yourself. You ain't got to,
Yeah,
you know.
I
that's the pits.
I should probably get one for here.
Now, what's your go-to workout album? Like, or 2-3 songs lined up back to back.
Ooh, see, that's tough
Yeah.
because usually I'll watch something.
Okay.
Usually I'll watch
Yeah, I'm
Like,
something.
I'm talking about like in your earphones, you running up a hill.
I don't got go-tos. Not for me.
No,
Go-tos.
when I'm running, I don't listen to anything
Okay.
because
I
it's
like
too hard
50
to
Cent.
hold the phone and
Yeah.
stuff.
50 Cent gets you
Get
going.
Rich or Die Trying.
I love
Oh.
that.
Dun,
I love that
dun,
album.
dun, dun. Or that
Many men.
clickety clink,
Oh, yeah, that
clickety-
was good.
Oh, dude.
That album was
Oh.
fire.
Goes into my piggy. Like I don't know,
Mhm.
it's like motivating.
I like that album.
But I
Um,
usually have a song, like 3 songs, which one after another will motivate you to keep going. Lil Wayne's always in there
Yeah.
eventually.
Oh, Lil Weezy.
It's got hot in here.
Weezy, I know it's hot.
Mhm.
The AC's down again in the studio.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh,
Damn
yeah.
studio. We
I
pay
know.
all this money,
All this money.
and they can't even supply consistent
Uh-huh.
AC.
Can't even hit the
Fuck,
switch.
man.
Can't even hit the switch.
It's all good.
No, it's the
It's a good thing we already cool.
the AC got COVID, so it's it's in the
Dang.
hospital. Hey, is COVID
Is
still?
that still a thing?
Is that still? Is that still a thing? Is that going? Did the riots cancel it out? I
don't
think
know,
it did.
Man.
I think it
I
did.
think people. I think you know what I think it is. I think people are such at a tipping point that they dare a motherfucker to go on the news talking about stay home because
Mhm.
of COVID. You know what I mean? Like I think.
Well,
that,
you guys read that thing
no,
where it's
I
like don't gather more than 12 people.
Yeah.
It's 12 people now.
For
by the
a
way.
gathering,
For
but
a gathering.
100 people
For a protest.
for a protest.
Be like, fucking
Yeah.
shit, I'm having a
It's
protest
the
in my...
horde.
Guys
I'm having
are
a
all over the
protest
place.
Yeah.
protest barbecue in my backyard next
There
week.
you go.
100
For
peeps.
real? Is
yeah.
this for real?
Yeah, you want to make it a reality? Let's do it.
I'll wait for the double invite. Let me know it's real.
All right, I'll text you. What else is going on? I'll tell you one thing that
What is going on?
I'm excited about though.
What's
What?
that?
Is that
Oh, the Magic Mike thing?
Magic Mike 3? No, relax, Holmes. No, is that everything's opening back up. So last week, Travis and I, Sans Christian, went to one of our spots right here.
Yeah.
And
How was it?
we were the only
It was
ones in there.
interesting.
It was interesting,
It was
to be
very
honest.
interesting.
Although
it was like
Ghost Town?
it was
Oh.
like a not Keenan and Pell. What's that? It was a very strange situation. You could have took it a bunch of different ways.
that's true,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
just two of us at first,
Yeah.
and
And
it
then one really drunk guy.
yeah, he was being real suspect with
For real?
with us.
So
yeah.
everything's covered. No entertainment is allowed. So no pool tables, no darts, and none of
So
that.
stupid.
You have to order food, which is kind of like the loophole everyone's
Mhm.
figured out.
Oh,
Can't sit at the bar.
Can't sit at the bar. Well,
There was
we
no.
couldn't sit at the bar.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
one of the things.
There was one bar stool at the bar, but you can't sit at the
You
bar.
can stand around, huh?
Yeah. So we go to the
maybe.
bar. I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, I don't know.
Well, that's
You know
what
how
we're
the
doing.
rules
Stand
are-
around the
are
bar, like.
flexible.
Oh, that's whack.
So there was one guy in there.
Faded.
I think he was faded, but I think he was like a cop too.
Oh, for sure he was a cop.
I think he was a cop, and he came in like
I know a cop when I see one.
yeah. So he came in, he grabbed a bar stool from 20 feet away, drug it to the bar, and sat down and had a drink. And then
No, that one was already there. It
Was
was
it?
there when we got there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I tried to sit at the bar and look for a chair for you, and she was like, "Oh, you can't sit at the bar
Oh, that's why.
because of COVID, right?"
That's why.
Yeah,
But you know,
but yeah, there's a lot of
Privilege.
loopholes like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, there you go with the the privilege shit. So he was looking at us sideways
Yeah.
when we left too. So
yeah, I didn't even make eye contact with him.
yeah, who knows?
Like, seriously,
He did
it's
say
like,
something
dude,
though under his
I
breath when
know.
we left.
You told me that, but I didn't hear.
Mhm.
Hear it for real,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Like I was gonna say hi to him. Like, all right, man, see you later. And, like before he even spoke,
Mhm.
he said something under his breath. I was like, oh, all right, bro. Just
Have
do
a good
you.
day.
Just do you. But the other good thing is too that we're gonna take the show on the road, bro.
When you say on the road, is this
Yeah.
like a weekly thing?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
hey,
try
you
it
never
out.
know. But I think we're gonna be in a good place.
Nice. We'll leave it.
Can
Are
we-
we leaving it for a surprise?
No. Can
No.
we name this the venue? It's
Yeah,
gonna be in Riverside.
It's established. It's official. Downtown Riverside. Next recording day, or actually next Tuesday,
Next Tuesday.
we will be at Retro Taco
Mhm.
in
Nice.
in downtown Riverside,
Yeah.
and we'll be recording there. And you guys come on by if you like. If
Mhm.
not,
Yeah.
listen.
That's
it's
an
all the
open
same.
invite.
That is an open invite.
Yeah.
I like that.
Absolutely.
We should put this on Facebook
Or
Oh,
and
dang.
send a backup invite so
Oh.
people know. It's
Oh,
right.
like
double-
a double
double-
invite.
yeah, so that's official.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll see what goes on from there. Got a couple
Yeah.
lined up, and just trying to support them as they support us.
Yeah.
And, that's all.
That's
Yeah.
type.
Cool.
That's kind of like what we do in the other podcast too. We were at Pink Taco on Sunset.
Do you guys do that every week?
We were doing it every week.
Until COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And so the last one.
Oh man.
Excuse me. The last one we had was it was actually pretty cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can't go back there for. I think it's gonna open. When's the rest of the stuff open? Like on the 15th,
I
I
heard
think.
June
Mm.
12th
Yeah.
was when bars
The
and
shooting date,
and,
like normal.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah,
gyms are opening.
yeah.
I heard
Mm.
June 12th. which
Is
I
that Friday?
cannot wait.
That's Friday, right?
That's
Yeah,
Friday,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
So that should be interesting.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you guys too. You guys belong to a gym at all?
24 right
Oh.
down the street.
LA.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm gonna cancel my shit after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
How come we didn't do it before?
I went to see, and then this
Did they
shit.
start charging you still?
Just that last month.
I haven't
same
even
here.
checked. Have
Just
you
that
checked?
last month. But I don't,
After we talked about
yeah,
it.
exactly. But I don't want to. I don't want to go over there anymore. Like
Yeah.
I can do my shit. I've been doing it here, so it's
Right.
like, you know.
Okay. No, I really want to just go for the weights because I ordered weights and it's taking so long to get
Yeah.
here. I just ordered like an entire dumbbell set.
Yeah.
That was a month and a half ago.
Dang.
I'm like, what?
Seriously?
Yeah. I got a really good deal. And I figure I get the weights and just a bench, so that way I can do pretty much everything. You know, tries, chest, whatever.
Still haven't got it, huh?
I haven't got the weights.
They said, they didn't have enough prisoners to make the weights, bro. They let them all out.
I don't get that. No. They don't make weights. It's the most dangerous thing you can make.
They make them in prison.
Yeah.
I have weights here.
You have weights?
Yeah, that's why.
Weights?
I have.
Not 45 pounds.
Yes.
For real?
Yeah, I have two. I have four. Actually, they're 25s. So I have 4 of those. Or is it?
Nice.
35s? 35s.
35s.
4 of those, and then I have like 2 10s and like
nice.
4 5s, I think.
I think next year I'm gonna build my little patio.
A patio gym.
Yeah. I want to get the all-in-one where you could do the pull-ups, curls,
all the big ass
chest.
machine.
I want to get like not even a machine, the old school one where you have like the full thing in the back where you put
all the weights
when you're not using it.
Oh, fold up. I got you.
Yeah, like I just want to get like one of those little corner joints, and you know,
like a jungle gym,
like two kind of.
No, like
yeah, like you can pull yourself up. But then when you're not using that, you put the you know, because the chair's connected. The bench is connected to it, and then you have the weights. So it's all in one. But I haven't seen like one old school one like that in a long time.
Yeah, I've seen those on the internet for like $600-700.
Yeah, they're usually like $1,000.
And like people are charging like ridiculous money for weights too, like on OfferUp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, weights usually are worth their price and weight.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you get a 50-pound for less than $50, you got a great deal.
Exactly.
Which is bullshit.
It's always been like that, and then these guys are charging
pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No way.
$1 per
weights
pound.
Are pound per pound. You get 25 pound weight, $25.
Exactly. It's been like that for a long time.
Unless you go into like the 10s and the 5s, yeah.
That's whack.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
It's been like.
I mean, it keeps it from fluctuating to the point where it's like out of control. Yeah. So you know someone's not screwing you. But like you go for like a curling weight, if it's 50 pounds, it's gonna be $50.
That's whack.
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
Dang, $50.
I still got my 35s, which do more than enough just to keep me like limber.
Yeah.
You know, like I can do my shoulders.
Yeah.
Do a little chest, a little dips.
Yeah.
My sides. Lunge type thing. But yeah, no, I need.
See, that's why I have that. I have that long bar, so it's cool. I have that.
I have the curl bar, but I don't have the 45s or the 35s. You know, and it's a skinny bar.
Yeah, I have the skinny bar.
It's not the traditional.
Exactly.
One, so.
It's not an Olympic.
Exactly.
Olympic weightlifting bar.
Yeah, I'm excited for everything to open back up. I'm just not excited for any bullshit that happens. Like, imagine if we do open back up.
Yeah.
And, knock on wood, people start getting fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid would we feel?
You're fine.
You know?
You're
fine. Yeah.
You're fine, Travis.
I know I'm fine. I'm talking about people getting sick.
Like throwing up?
Just, that weird sickness that, people are
because more people are around each other than in your household. And I got you.
I think we're all going to be all right, Travis. You've made it this far, buddy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everybody who I'm around, they all got tested, and they're all negative.
Oh my god.
No, they're all negative.
Oh, that's.
But I mean, these guys have been around like 3 times as many people as I have.
Right.
Especially one guy. He hasn't stopped doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Since this shit started, and
he's
got tested twice.
Immunity thing, I get that, but I mean, we'll see. I think it was inflated for sure, but I don't think it never existed.
Yeah.
I think
no, absolutely. Virus is real. I mean,
mutation is real.
Yeah.
So what the percentages that it should have been, I feel like it didn't start right away.
Yeah.
But those, fearful percentages that they thought were going to take off, what if they take off?
Yeah.
My logical mind won't allow me not to think about it, But yeah, like you said, it's probably everything's going to be all right. It's going to be all good, but
like if you go put gas, do you like what's your procedure?
Same.
Yeah. Gloves in the trunk,
Just
you guys do gloves?
No, I don't do gloves.
Oh.
No, I legit have a box of gloves in my trunk right now. Yeah. Like the nice latex.
I did at one point with this COVID stuff, but not now. That was a one-time thing.
I still wear a face mask in stores. Like I didn't have one when I went to the liquor store at first. So I just wrapped my sweater all the way around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm starting to notice that a lot of people, mostly white people, weirdly enough, aren't wearing face masks. They're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
You can see the pissed offness in their face. Yeah. But I'm from
Irvine.
Feel like they're holding their breath.
We don't get COVID in Irvine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I was waiting for one of those cities to get messed up. Like Beverly Hills, hardcore,
not
in the
streets,
streets,
other than L.A.
Nice cities.
Well, that's
Brentwood Ralph's or something, right by OJ's.
Oh, so if you go to
murder
the
scene or Nicole's murder scene, that's exactly where it's.
It is right around the corner. If you go to like, if you see any like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's like in LA, it's stupid. They got like lines wrapped around the building. Still,
it's bad enough.
Still to get in.
Damn.
To get in, and you see everybody with their little Sharia law mask, and they're fucking hiding their identity and shit. Like, take this shit off, you fucking weirdos.
How is it?
This is delicious, man. Seriously, yeah.
It's like a perfect balance.
It is, and
not too sweet. Not too,
it's so good. It's so good.
I feel like I couldn't mix it that way, even if I tried. Like this legit, like they got it down to a science.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the Coke is like, man.
Oh, really? The Coke one? See, I was a little leery about opening this one up because I didn't want it to. Because when you make a Jack and Coke like at the bar, it's like that first one hits you like, and it gets those little.
Or it's like warm and cold.
Yeah.
Some weird combination.
And it sets your little adenoids on fire. Like,
so good.
Oh, shit.
Look, I feel how much I have left in there.
Oh wow.
And I poured like an entire cup already.
That's good.
I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Those those stores are all fucked up.
Dang, ended already. Just stop.
Well,
but I mean, from a responsibility point of view, like my company, you know, they want to open everything back up. But like, could you imagine if you irresponsible, or if you were so irresponsible that you just open things back up based on your feeling?
Listen.
Oh yeah, but
here's the thing:
we're at a different time than.
Yeah, but you got to protect your assets.
Yeah, of course.
But what do? They shut everything down because there's a cold going around. There's a flu going around. No, they never shut anything down. You know.
No, only if it's like a pandemic.
But it's there's colds everywhere. There's flus everywhere. There's all across the world. So the world is one big pandemic every day since the beginning of people getting
one big germ.
Yeah, since people been getting sick. You know what I mean?
Good point.
So I mean. If you just think about it like that in the grand scheme of things, and not just so localized and so personal, like, ooh, like I may be afraid today to go to Ralph's.
Got shut down because something was spreading in it.
What, ringworm
NBA?
or something?
Yeah, it was Cowboys. I think it was the NBA.
Oh, I remember for
something
COVID
was
at first.
spreading. No, not for COVID. It was a couple years back. Something was spreading in the locker room, like some kind of like. Flesh eating bacteria.
Oh, it could be.
Weird.
Really? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it was. They shut it down.
Like a
showers.
Like a mutated version of athlete's foot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that shit's not fun either.
Yeah. Or if like a hotel gets bed bugs or something.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, do you remember when I got bed bugs?
Yeah, you had a bunch of bed bugs.
Yeah.
That is the worst nightmare. It is. True.
This was something I've never thought about before, ever in my life. Like, what the fuck am I gonna worry about? Bed bugs? What the fuck? So what happened was I went to San Diego for training, management training for Sevilla.
Okay.
And they sent me to the San Diego Sevilla.
Do you actually learn anything in these trainings?
No.
Isn't it just like hey, you're managing too?
Kick back.
Kick back, yeah. You want some food?
About to have lunch right now.
Yeah. We got a great menu.
Like, what kind of elite training do you get in these places do you go? Or is it just so they could say
exactly. So what you basically do, you go shadow another manager there.
And they ain't doing shit either. It's like, I don't know.
It's all the shit I knew before. Like, I know how to do this. Like, okay, but
if something pops out, call the police.
Nothing changes.
And nothing changed. So anyway, they put me up in a hotel. And it was like, still, I don't know, 10 minutes from the place. But anyways, it was not the Marriott, which was behind the building that I was staying in. So it was like one of those off-brand joints, like an old school Holiday Inn or something like that. I mean, it didn't look bad.
Right.
But so anyway, so like the next day I slept in, and then I was like, no worries. So I put my feet up and did my whole thing. It was like, okay, cool. So I didn't feel it that day. But then I got home like 2 days later.
Oh my God.
And like it was the most insane itching that you've ever felt. If you had like a million scabs on you, plus if you had like dry scabs on you with mosquito bites on it, and it was just all.
Did it lump up or?
It did.
It was like a big line.
Yeah, it was like a huge line
up
up my leg, and then all around my ankles, and like like a little on my foot, like and more on one leg than the other. And I got like scars from. I couldn't wear socks in my dress shoes
because it's so bad.
It went all the way down. Yeah, I couldn't.
That was bad, bro. I remember that. It was like you got.
So how long did it take you to figure out that's what
BB
it was?
Gun.
Exactly.
How long did it take you to figure out like it was bed bugs?
I maybe a couple days. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
After I was itchy, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what is this? The only thing it could have been, and I've never seen bites like that. It was like.
They were getting bigger, huh?
Yeah,
they were like
kept growing, and then like it got puffy, like a puffy line and a puffy ring, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then after it shrank down, maybe like after a week and a half, then it started. You could see the
little bites.
Individual bites.
Damn.
And it stayed like that for maybe
They're like we ain't never had Mexican before. Micheladas.
It's better than those El Torito workers.
Is that beans?
I'll be like, this food
had that curry shit last week.
This food tastes like pizza and McDoubles.
No, Oreos.
Oh, and Oreos.
This food tastes like Oreo and Doritos.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, come try this.
This is kind of good.
In the kitchen.
Added MSG. MSG to this guy.
Remember the movie Joe's Apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with that one dude. So roaches and stuff, right?
Ever since I seen that movie, whenever I look at roaches, that's all I think about. You know what I mean? They got their favorite apartment.
Okay, that's your thought.
Yeah, the people that live there just don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they're like kicking it. I'm going to Ann's apartment.
This is a funny story. Is I had I used to have. Well, they're still my friends now. But
the roaches?
No, the roaches.
The roaches, homie.
But my friend's house was like what do you say? Like infested with roaches.
So bad, dude.
And like every time you'd go over, I'll never say their names because it's messed up. But
yeah, tell us off air for sure.
I will, and you know.
This Barbara?
Yeah, huh?
Damn.
They're not. They don't live there anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
the roaches do.
Yeah, probably. Those
Are they listeners?
Nah, I don't know. That's a stretch.
Someone knows.
Okay. What's up?
It's always 7 degrees, 6 degrees. Of who's listening.
Oh,
so
man.
like you could go in the house and just like I would go in there and like cringe. Like you can't sit on the couch. You have to sit on the arm of the couch like this.
The seat's taken
like this. Like, oh, you guys ready to go? Like you want some to drink? No.
I'm surprised you sit. I usually stand.
No. And like after a while, I'd be like, fuck, man. Like, well, I guess I'm just gonna like, you know.
You ever do the flange like
yeah, for sure. And then you'll see them like, and it was all normal to them. They'd just be like, pass, like hitting and then like you go in the kitchen, turn the lights on, and like it was bad, dude, really bad. It's nasty.
Were they big or small? Everything.
Both.
All sizes.
They didn't
it's like that's the king right there.
Exactly.
It's like look at all my children.
This the slum over here. This the Beverly Hills of the roach. Yeah, that shit was nasty.
We're not floor roaches. Look at the floor.
Exactly. We're not floor roach. We live in the toaster, bitch. We're in the high rise.
Gross,
we're in the high rise, yeah.
Man.
And it was like in the freezer where they get all smashed and shit. In between the fridge seal.
Stuck in the ice cube tray.
Yeah, like in the seal and shit.
In the ice, like the tequila word.
Yeah. That's a fucking man.
Dude, I have a bed bug story. I was in Bakersfield. At a hotel, Marriott. Right next door to the arena.
Shout out to Bedbug Marriott.
Yeah, it was bad. In Bakersfield, I went up there to meet Naughty by Nature. The arena was next door to the hotel.
Yeah.
And I planned just to sleep in and make my way home the next day. It's like a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
But I got back, and then there was a bed bug. Oh man! Right before the show, I had all my stuff in there, and I called the manager. The manager came in. The janitor came
I think
in.
You told me about this,
assistant manager and another guy in a suit. And I was like, I was pissed. I was like, I need another room to put my stuff in. I don't even know if I'm staying here. So I went to the show. I'll be back. You guys figure it out.
Go.
So I came back from the show, and then I was just like, hey, did you guys take care of that problem? Did you guys figure out what it was? Actually, because they put it in an envelope. They did like this whole thing they have to do.
What? The bug?
The bug, yeah.
Ugh.
Envelope. Yeah, I put it in a baggie envelope and then sealed it. And I was like, I would love a follow-up. I need to know if it's an official bed bug because I don't want to get bit. Because I was in my wife beater on the bed and I saw it on my, my wife beater right here.
Crawling?
It was not crawling, but it was like, I was just like this, watching TV.
It was watching TV too.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Can you imagine like sleeping with no drawers and just?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to inspect these hotels, but I was like, figure it out, man. Yeah. We'll comp your room. Yeah. I don't even want to stay here. Like, I don't want to stay here.
Comp your room.
I don't want to stay in the room. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna order dinner, and I'm gonna let you guys know if I'm gonna stay here or not. So I ordered the most expensive steak on the menu. And then they were just waiting for me to eat. I was in the banquet room all by myself, like in the middle, like by myself, going in. And then
that's funny.
I had like 2 Jack and Cokes, and I was just like, "F this, I'm out." Made my way back to Riverside. Didn't even stay the night. 2.5. Actually, like almost 3 hours. 2 hours and 45 minutes roughly from there. Right. Just drove back instead. It was the grossest.
Wise decision.
Yeah.
And it's not like I want to stay at a hotel in between, because then I had that same mentality, like there's gonna be another one.
Yeah, fuck
so
that.
I'm always
if you stay in a hotel, you should just know that, like, you might as well bring your own sheet. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen Red do that a couple times. So I'm like, you're a little extra, but no.
So it was the one time.
Might as well.
One time I came back from Coachella and had got a room for Coachella, and like I was coming home from Coachella,
right?
And like I was dead tired. Like I was like, fuck. We were there all day.
Right.
And I was like, fuck it. Let me just get the only thing that was available was like, it looked fine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as soon as we got in and checked in.
I've been there, bro. Oh.
And then you check in, and then it's like, holy fuck, this is the only place that they have. And I'm like, I'm all fucked up. Like, like half
the drugs
drunk.
that keep you up?
No.
It was nasty.
I was on Heineken's and Indica.
Oh,
so
nice.
everybody was fine.
Yeah, you're knocked.
Yeah, I've been in some gnarly hotels.
So you go in there and like, damn, what the fuck? Like the hinges are off the door. Like,
no,
the
is
windows
this a
are
hotel or a hostel?
No, it was like a motel. It was bad. I think it's called the Desert Inn in Palm Springs.
Yeah, that's an automatic no.
The Desert Inn. It was the only thing
attractive about the word desert.
Desert Inn, no.
Yeah. And it was the only thing there. It was nasty. I had to bring the blanket from my car to put over the bed. Slept with shoes. Slept with socks. Like, it was one of those, nasty. Like, I don't know if you remember the movie Fight Club where you turn the water on to take a shower. It's like, yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. And, like, the mirror's all fucked up. And, like, you turn the sink on. It's like green water. And then it spits out. I was like, oh, Jesus. So, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Fuck that.
They should put, like, a disinfectant spray on the thing. So when you go in, you can just kind of, like, hit everything. You know, like serious, like a Lysol, just fucking Lysol the shit.
Just for peace of mind.
Just for your peace of mind. You know, because it does kills 99.9%. You know, bugs and shit like that.
1% is like this. Like,
yeah, exactly.
COVID is like that.
Yeah. Crawling your ear.
Got that flu coming.
Yeah, hotels are nasty. We all know that. It's just one of those, societal things that we just overlook. There's a bunch of those.
Yeah, we take for granted.
Where it's like
they
don't make any fucking sense, but it does to us because it keeps us sane.
Yeah. I like those notes you see on the internet say, if you're reading this note, they didn't change the sheets. Yeah, like people will leave notes intentionally.
That's gross.
So if you're reading this note, they didn't change the sheets. Yeah,
they did a 2020 on that where they poured some kind of liquid. They could only be seen with a black light.
Luminescence.
Yes, and that's the name of it.
Yes. No, it's the
you
spray.
can make it.
Yeah.
You can make this like stuff that you can only see with a black light.
Yeah.
But then they booked the room the next day.
Yeah.
And they decided to stay the next day or whatever, and they left and they said, "Oh yeah, we changed the sheets. They put the black light on it, and boom,
same pattern.
They drew like a little design in there, like CNN or 2020.
That's gross.
Yeah, man. That's gross. I have a black light, and I have it, and I always forget to bring it with me because like I know that I'm gonna see some shit. It's gonna be like a squirt of liquid across the sheets or something or something. I don't know. Like you're gonna see something. So it's like, why do that to myself?
Who would squirt a liquid on the sheets? So.
Water gun.
Oh,
yeah. Kids love water guns.
Does water stain?
Hey, you just gotta let those hotels know, man. They'll help you out. Majority of the people they'll help you out with getting a new room or making you feel better. But for bed bugs, it's a different ball game, man.
It's also a hustle too because I've used it multiple times where, I needed a room. Didn't want to pay for it. Yeah. I irritate myself. You get like a Brillo pad or something like that. You irritate yourself. Say, look, man, I laid down for 5 minutes and this is what I got. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to pay for this room. Yeah. Like it's ridiculous.
So they let you stay there or what?
No, you got like 30 minutes.
No, you get you do it when you're leaving. You know what I mean? Say, hey, I don't want to put you guys on blast. That's why I'm talking this low, and I'm not even really talking this low. But like, dude, I'm getting all kind of itchy stuff. We were gonna stay another night. Yeah. We can't stay if we're, you know what I mean. It usually gets you 50% off or a free room.
Interesting. Good to know.
It's a slam dunk every single time.
Good to know because you know I may have to use this one pretty soon.
You should be using it.
Just check in a nice hotel. You know.
Oh, okay.
They'll take it out your card. Don't worry. You know. Yeah, but make sure you pay with cash.
Yeah.
You got like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
Cash? Oh, so it doesn't go.
Hey, all I got is cash. Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Decided not to.
That's why they have the deposit thing.
The credit card.
So they're gonna, you know,
for incidentals.
But these, hotel motels aren't necessarily the ones that do that.
That's true.
So it's just.
And if they give you any flack, midway, just ask them to change the mattress. Nobody wants to do that.
That's
They'd rather change you rooms than change the mattress.
Yep. Travis, listen. I learned something today. Thank you very much.
Really?
Yeah. I may have to use this. I may go up to Lake Tahoe within the next couple
weeks. Try it out
weeks.
with no intentions on getting what you want, and you will be shocked.
I got numerous upgrades. Numerous upgrades.
Oh, this is
numerous upgrades.
It's hard to do when you're with a group of people because they can kind of see through it.
But you got to be the one,
you got to be
calm
the persuasive one.
I used to stay in hotels with the strike 2-3 days a week sometimes, and there's unpleasant things, but most of the time they're.
But be careful when you do it because you may end up going to a room that actually has some of the fucking
exactly.
So don't overuse it. I like to use
a room that they know that's had some before.
So every time I go now, I lift up the mattress. I pull the sheets out.
Ooh.
I think the last one I stayed into.
You gotta lift it.
Was Sedona, and it was like an older place. It was really, really nice, but it was just really old.
Right.
Everything was brand new, but I was like, fuck, man. I was like, just kind of let me just peep the scene.
Yeah.
So I pulled out all the sheets, looking like that. Put the mattress up, look under the box spring, look under the bed on the ground. Okay. Yeah. I think I can sleep in here.
Yeah. Just go to the shower. That's how I judge it.
I find this
clean. There's a ring around the old bath.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
I find this to be a waste of baby powder, but like a family member of mine would buy like a big thing of baby powder.
They still sell it?
The cheap one. He would take all the sheets off and he would sprinkle from corner to corner the whole entire
on the bed
of baby powder. Yeah. And he would just kind of like
what?
And his theory was it would suffocate whatever bugs or whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. But it made him feel better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I wonder if that really works. There's probably
talc powder or baby powder or whatever.
Talcum
but
powder.
he would just, he would like he mastered it, bro. It was like from corner. He covered the whole entire mattress.
Yeah.
Really?
He had a little method.
And there was a thickness to it, or just very.
It covered it.
Yeah.
And he had a lot left in the bottle, and like. It kind of made sense because, like, if you're a bug and you're like, baby powder is like almost like, it takes away the
it's really not good for anybody to breathe.
Yeah, but he would, he would jump on it, and then it'd be all this little baby powder smoke coming up. The room smelled amazing.
Ashy Larry.
Larry.
But but he would put the fitted sheet would be on, and then he would put the under sheet. The one that didn't have the little cuffs or whatever.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come through.
It's called a flat sheet.
Flat sheet. Thank you, Betty. So yeah, no, it's fucking called. What do you call that? It goes on the pillow.
Pillowcase.
Pillow mask.
Your head.
Pillow mask.
Your head.
Pillow mask.
It's called a head.
Yeah, but he would do this, and it made sense to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's probably one of those old wives' tales.
Something behind it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just didn't be like, let me try this. I'm like, no, dude.
The way he explained, he was like, well, imagine if you put like a couple bugs in like a cup, and he just put a bunch of baby powder in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna choke the shit out of him.
Yeah,
because this is bug season. Like,
dude, this bug season,
super
this
spiders
algae
out.
Bug season is ridiculous.
What's cool is in the backyard here. There's like
we spent like 10-15 minutes talking about bugs.
Yeah, fuck. There's like mad lizards everywhere, but there's also mad spiders, and so I think they eat them all.
Yeah.
That's what they eat. Yeah.
That's
what they do,
I was like, fuck, because like sometimes you'll see a bunch of spiders, and then you won't see a bunch of spiders, and then you see like the next week will be a bunch of back, and then
if I can buy a bunch of lizards, I just let them go to my because lizards ain't fucking with you. They're looking for shade and bugs. That's it. They ain't trying to come near your picnic. They don't give a fuck about your little grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, true.
They want bugs. That's it. So we used to have a lot of lizards, and I think the birds were killing them, or the cats, or something like that. Cats. So now we don't have any. But if I could buy lizard,
you come to my house and get it, bro. I have like a foot long.
Bro, they're keeping
alligator
bugs.
Lizards. They're like this big, bro. I swear to God.
That's what's up.
No, it's no. I couldn't go in my backyard for.
What if you were surrounded by like 4 lizards? What would you do?
Getting cornered in.
I just kick them.
What about those monitor lizards?
Those are those thick,
those big ones that look like little baby dinosaurs.
That's too much.
If you saw one in the driveway, hell yeah, they had poisonous chompers.
The reason why lizards aren't so scary to me is because if you can control any part of their body, like, and keep the head away, you're good. They don't have claws. They don't have poison. You know what I mean? It's like one of the, like, I look at like things that scare me. Like a cat can fuck you up in 18 different ways. You know what I mean? They ain't gotta bite you at all. They dig like their right claw on you, just one. Yeah. And they could like open you all the way up. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, I'm more afraid of a cat than I am a fucking lizard.
I got fucked up by a cat recently.
A house cat size?
A house cat.
Dude, 2 cats can bring down a 300-pound man. No problem.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. You think so?
Guaranteed. Like, if a cat wanted to like for their life.
If it,
bro. They'll fuck you up.
The owners were like, you can pet him if you want to. And I was like, oh, okay. And
that alone,
and I touched him once, and he looked at me like, that's all you're getting.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, oh shit, I kind of hesitated, and after that, the guy went like this, like both claws, like fast.
Cats
ripped my arm.
They're
I was
so
like, damn,
quick, bro. They're so quick.
Yeah. Fuck
and
cats.
like you think like, okay, I'll just grab one and like throw it to the ground. By the time you even grab it, it's wrapped around your arm. It's shredding you up. It's going for your eye. I've seen cats attack a person before. It's insane. There's no one fat. Muhammad Ali couldn't hit a cat if he was in a ring.
Cat quick, as we call it on the football field. Cat quick.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Fuck
I almost got. I thought I was gonna get attacked by a pit bull yesterday. My neighbors. Yeah, dude, it's thick. It's young. It's youthful. It's strong.
Viral.
It's built.
I mean,
I was watering, and then there was these pest control sales, a team of 2. And my neighbors across the street, and I forgot they have the dog because I've only seen it once.
Which one does it?
Right across the street.
Okay.
And then I was watering, and then I seen a pit bull like bounce up, and then he makes eye contact. I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna run because I'm by the garage.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Run in the garage?
I'm gonna run and just wait. Why he hasn't even made his move? And then he started making his move. I was like, oh dig. So I was just like with the hose, like started squirting his way, you know. And then I juked it, but the only reason why I juked it because it just came up to me and like barely jumped, like it wanted to play. But the face.
Did you squirt it?
Huh?
Did you squirt it?
No, just lightly.
Oh,
I went like that, like in the air. And then I thought he was gonna come. Like it could have messed me up. There's no way I'm juking that. No way. But what was I gonna say? Dang it.
I just wanted to play.
Oh, I just wanted to play, But if it was coming faster, like it could. But they have a stone face, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah, they don't smile.
There are no expressions, happy, mad. I can't tell.
Yeah.
And it was coming. I was like,
is this tail wagging? That's usually how you.
I don't. Well, I know that for. But I'm saying, but in the heat, like
you're looking at the face.
I got like 4 seconds to make a decision what I'm gonna do. I'm like, hey, hold on, let me see if it's what. I couldn't tell at the time.
Have you ever been bit by a dog?
No, and I don't want to, especially by those things. Pit bulls, they'll just keep going.
Do you trap?
I haven't been bit, but I got chased.
Not bad by our house dog yet. You got chased.
Oh yeah,
I got chased big time.
Snapped at you.
Snap. Oh yeah, I got snapped.
It was a Rottweiler.
Oh, he chased you?
Chased me chased me and Latoya a whole block. This is when I knew my sister was fast because she beat me. So I went 4 houses up and then made a right because it was on me. Like she was ahead of me. And I made a right, hit the fence, and without knowing how close the dog was to me, hit the fence, pulled myself up, couldn't get over it, but like tucked my legs up on the fence. And the dog was already back to its area, like to the house. Like so
that's
the guy who owned the dog, he's looking, he's like, He always comes back. Don't worry about it. Like, fuck you.
Don't
like,
you hate that?
Serious?
Owners swear their dogs are like, oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Or that nobody, they know that their dog's harmless, but like nobody else knows it. Like,
yeah, but
like,
when he bites you,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't do that to anyone. Yeah. So you know, that's always what I.
And it's like you know they're coming hard. You hear that scrape, like, you know, like that's all I hear.
Or the dog will like gnaw at you, and you're like, I thought he didn't bite. That's just a little gnaw. Like, my hand in his mouth.
Dude, I was a little guy back then. I had like it was a big fence. It was probably as tall as like 3/4 of your door. Mm-hmm. So like I just grabbed the top and was like held on to it. My shoulder, tucked my legs. I was like, ah. My sister was all the way down in the end of the block.
Like my neighbor, he's got a Great Dane.
He has a fucking mini horse,
and another like muddish kind of dog, but it's big and it's old.
Yeah, what is that? Like a big, like Sandlot dog almost.
Yeah, that dog is grumpy as fuck. I think
one, the Great Dane?
No, the little white one. Remember the one that came out? Was it next to you and I outside when we were? Okay, so he came up and I was like, "Holy fuck, this dog's outside!" I was like, "Damn it!" Because when I go to the fence, I try to give him treats if they're out there and nobody's home. I'll give him a treat. Yeah. But even when I try to give him a treat, he was like, like you saw the teeth and shit. I was like, "Hey,
that dog that was biased?
That white one, yeah." And so that's I was like, "You know what? Fuck you, little piece of shit." But the other one that looks mean.
Put the treat where he can't get it.
No, I just give it to the other dog.
Like right on it.
I just give it to the Great Dane. The Great Dane looks fucking scary because he's pitch black. He looks like a fucking puma.
Oh, and Great Dane looks beastly.
So the other day, they got out. You know how one was wandering out?
Yeah.
They were out for like I guess like almost 2 days. And the neighbor's like, "Hey, your dog's out." And then the other neighbor's like, "Yay, watch out, the dog!" Like the big Great Danes, like running on the street.
You should keep a little taser right by the door.
But usually they don't give a fuck about those dogs. They're fucking Mexicans. Mexicans just let their shit
roam free.
Hey, yeah, they'll come back. Just bring them some bologna or a weenie and they're fine.
Cage free.
Yeah, cage free. But the guy pretended like he was concerned, like, oh, come here, Millie. Like what?
That's not even the dog's name.
Molly.
There you go. Molly. He doesn't even know the dog's name.
Yeah, he was like, come over here, Molly.
Yeah. People are weird.
And so I was like, fuck, man. Anyways.
I hate when people that have mean dogs name their dogs cute names.
Like what?
Like Precious.
Like what? Like
Precious.
And it's like
or Diamond.
Diamond.
You know? Like, come here, Precious. And Precious
and it's like
a
mean ass dog.
What?
Tore up ass Maltese looking.
Come here, little Timmy. Like, what?
That's funny.
No. Disaster. That should be his name. Fucking Precious.
This one is good. I'm drinking the whiskey and cola now.
Yeah. There's another one called whiskey and seltzer.
What?
But, oh, no, I ain't fucking with
that. This is good, man. This is really.
Whiskey and seltzer.
Like, if they made a drink like this at a bar, I'd be like, holy fuck.
I would give him a award. Bro, you know what?
I'll give him a good tip.
Get 3 of the best bartenders and then just pour one of these into it. This can would win.
Yeah.
Because, like, it takes skill to mix it like that, you know? Like, you really got to, like, stir it without over stirring.
I don't know how they do it.
It's amazing. It's really good.
Look, all machines.
It says, for real, it says a perfect mix.
It's so good.
Whiskey and cola.
So I only have a little bit. It's been watered down. I'm still getting a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's that honey one. I think that's my. I think I'm gonna grab some of these, dude.
Good luck finding it, man.
They used to be in the bottles.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to find it. And then they keep laughing at me at the liquor store. They know something I don't know because every time I ask them, like, yo, when are you going to sell it in a case? He doesn't want to sell it in a case.
This fool got it in the back.
Yeah.
He just puts them out one by one.
Because you're charging $2.99. You're trying to tell me that case of a 4-pack or 6-pack is going to be like $12 to $18?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No.
Yeah. Let me know, Trav, what you want. I can get it for you.
I want these in the case.
All right.
By the way, speaking of the Bastard Strike Brewing,
the bastards.
Yeah.
We're not on good terms.
No. Hold on. Oh, okay. I don't know about we're. Maybe
He's
just
talking.
Okay.
Our homie Tootie. We gave him. Christian gave
me. Little Al Pacino.
Yeah, Little Al Pacino.
Yeah.
See,
Young Pacino.
Have you met him yet? You haven't met him yet.
I haven't met him.
He listens.
Okay, that's
this fool. Because they love those strike beers. They're good beers. Don't get me wrong. They're good beers.
They're strong.
So So
that one,
I gave him a case of I think or 2 cases of triple IPA and then a case of
the triple.
of
11%.
Yeah,
you can't go
double
through a
IPA
case
and some other Santa Cruz.
Right.
And so, anyways, he was like, "Hell yeah, I like those ones."
Yeah.
And so he drank them the other day, and he texted me late as fuck. It was like midnight. And he was like, "Yo, fuck this shit. I'm faded as fuck. I can't finish the second can of the triple play." I was like, "What the fuck?"
No joke.
The second can? What do you mean the second can? No one drinks a second can. You can drink more than one can.
It's like 3 in 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I tried the same thing.
It's so strong. Yeah. When I worked at Tilted Kill, I sold them in the 8-ounce sniffer.
Exactly.
The sniffer glass, and it was like, it was like $11 because it's so strong. And like, but anyway, he got all fucked up.
Lime, bro.
What's up with some lime?
Oh, you're thinking
if you hit it with the lime.
Which one you drinking?
The honey. Oh. If you hit the honey Tennessee with a little bit of lime, good.
Hey, so what? Before we get into something else, something we haven't done in a while, but where's the couple places you guys been since it's been kind of quasi open?
Good point. Like, so I've been to a lot of little hole in the wall places. Yeah. I've been to this place called Sire.
I love the Sire.
Called Dory's. A lot of restaurants / bars. The Huntington Beach joint. I don't know the name of it. Stag or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huntington Beach, you said?
I've been to a crab boil place,
Where
bro, has face masks. Tons of people there eating, like 50, 40 fucking people. So, I've been to that.
Oh, yeah. Normal stuff.
Yeah, just normal stuff. But I'm waiting to go to the mall, yo. I need to buy some shit.
I need to get a hat
shoes.
for the new.
I need some fucking new kicks.
I need a bigger size.
I need some work clothes. I need some dress shoes. Like I need my brown and blacks are trash now. I gotta get another fucking set. So
you don't want to order Amazon. Oh, these don't feel. Send them back.
No, like I like to put them on, walk around, so I can see how the flex is gonna look.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it is what it is.
Where'd you go, Christian? Or where have you been?
To what was it, Stag? Newport,
Stag.
whatever it was.
That was pretty cool. There's probably like 100 people.
100 people. Were they having a protest in there?
No.
It was cracking.
I need to make a call.
But other than that, I haven't been in the store really. Golf course one time still.
Yeah. We still got to do that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's there's a lot on the line.
What is on the line? Just remind myself.
$100.
Oh,
yeah? Why can't we just do it as a driving range?
We can.
You can.
Like, but how do you tell where the
Christian will stand in the
ball?
He'll stand in
the club.
He'll stand in the middle of the driving range.
Are there like glow in the dark balls you could buy?
Yes, there are actually.
You should go like at night and just
sneak in. We can sneak in.
I got the perfect place for this.
Yeah,
I got it.
At night. I think I drive home sometimes at like 7 or 8.
Our buddy,
they're still out there.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I think they close at like, I don't know, they have lights, but mosquitoes come out, bro. It's bad. It's bad, bro. I hate golfing at night,
bro,
even if there's lights.
Mosquitoes love me.
Better bring your mask.
Yeah, no, for real, it gets bad.
No, I have some good stuff.
I have the perfect spot. One of our buddies lives off the golf course, and you could walk right on.
Yes. Really? Okay, perfect. It's on.
For the bet, hey, hit the ball, then walk to it. Done.
Okay, right, perfect.
Cool.
I'm down.
I don't know how you're gonna judge
don't
which
worry.
one
goes further.
It's not gonna matter.
I don't understand.
You should just cash at me the fucking money right now.
It has to be on the fairway at least.
See, that's the thing. Is like
you're not gonna hit it. Well, the fairway's big, but I mean, if you haven't golfed, you're gonna shank
golf.
it right.
I'm just going by distance.
Yeah. That might be tough for you.
We're gonna have to make some rules, for sure.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put it all on fucking video.
Maybe we should just race.
You want to race? I can race.
Race on the golf course.
Yeah. There's like a quick race.
No problem.
All right, cool.
Yeah. No. We can do that after. We can do another contest after we beat you at that one.
Talking about a replacement. I've been in Lowe's. Lowe's has got it down. I've been to Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yeah.
Home Depot is like a fucking nightclub.
Fuck.
Like get
Home
the fuck out of here. I'm tired of waiting in line to get in your store. You don't have more people than Lowe's. Like stop acting like your shit don't stink. Like. Let the fucking people in. Like, take away the line.
It's a legit big box store. That's why they act like that.
It's ridiculous. People are already just the way the line moves. You can tell people are already in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, come on, use your fucking common sense. Stop making people wait in the sun.
Yeah,
you know, like it's so stupid. It's like you create like a clock's point for people to be close to each other. just so they're not close to each other in the store. You're like you're ass backwards.
It's called a bottleneck.
So a bottleneck. Smart. I passed 5th grade.
I went to one of those shrimp places.
Yeah, shrimp places.
You know where you get the shrimp joints. Right here, across the street from the mall.
Is that a good?
I was gonna go. I was gonna go to Yard House.
Is it the crab? Is it by the Korean barbecue place?
On this side of it, it's right across the street from the mall, next to
right
A Touch for Romance.
The parking lot or something.
Yeah,
that joint right there.
Yeah. And that's my go-to over here because it's like real fast, real cool. So I went to Yard House and I drove by.
How's Yard House?
Yes, dude, I went to Yard House and I was like, okay, there's nobody here. I pull in. I was like, dude, where are all these cars for? So everybody, as soon as you hit the front doors, you look to where Dave's Barbecue used to be.
Yeah.
Everybody's sitting down, all
outside,
masked out, like waiting to get in because there's no
that.
bar.
Fuck that. Yeah, there's no bar.
And
so
they had limited outdoor seating.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're spreading people out and shit. Yeah. So I was like, my God,
and if you think about it, it defeats the point. You don't want them inside close together, but they could be outside close together. It's like, that's not their responsibility if you're outside.
You see how much confusion goes with this? That means
that's one of those social
nobody
people
knows what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. So you know what? This is the time you need to make your own decision.
They just,
especially with your small business, do what you need to do. Don't close your doors anymore. They tell you to fucking close those doors. Don't close those doors. Fuck that.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna go out until it's back to normal.
You see how it does Friday. You know,
I'm not gonna.
You're fine, Travis. Everything's normal. And then I went to also Marisco's place, which was one of the places I always go close to here. They gave me everything in to-go containers.
Fashion. Yeah.
But I sat at the table, but they gave me everything like in little foil shits. They had the tostadas in the plastic baggie. They give you to-go spoons. It's okay, but it's like, okay.
Because they can't give you like the metal joints.
The glass. They're not supposed to serve glass like this. They're not supposed to give you glass. It's supposed to be plastic. So I was like, okay, I'll take a foam cup. Fuck it. And I went one more place, I think, over the weekend. It was at Hurricanes in Huntington Beach. And that place was wall to wall.
By the beach?
Cracking.
Don't give a fuck.
Huntington Beach, right on Main Street. And then that little, not that little, he's fucking huge as fuck. That black guy.
Which one?
That's super buff. That wears the Make America Great Again hat. He had the flag. He was waving in the shit.
Is he like an IG dude?
Yeah, the one they put on IG, the one they've been interviewing on the news.
Is that where he stays? Or
he's always, exactly. He's always on Huntington Beach Main Street.
That's random. Okay.
But yeah, no, it was fucking wall to wall.
What was that guy doing? He was just there?
Yeah, he was making sure that he was, America was going to be great again.
What's he do? Does he like?
They just ask him, hey, so what?
Make videos.
Yeah, he makes videos of himself. Like, hey, today we're, we're over here in Huntington Beach protest, but we're not standing for this shit.
For what
Trump,
shit?
just you watch his videos. I'm gonna tag you in some shit,
please.
But he's one of those, just like, no, this is the way it should be. We need to respect our country, blah blah blah. And he says, no, this is how it is. This is where I am.
Where does he think? What's his point of it being disrespected?
No,
he's a black guy?
Yeah, he's a black guy. He's a buff motherfucking black dude.
Well, Huntington Beach was one of the cities that was on the news, trying not to have anyone protest in their cities, like a big old deal, right?
That was the residents of Huntington Beach. So basically, all it was, or has been, it's all been the residents of Huntington Beach just crowding
all
up
the
PCH
rich residents
and Main
of
Street.
Huntington Beach that are like privileged white people. They don't want to protest because they don't want their city
they're like,
to look bad.
So they're basically saying, don't come over here because we don't want you here.
Don't they know that makes them look mad racist?
Well, that's what happened. So one of the guys was on the bike, and I don't know if you saw the video, where it was like a car full of black dudes, and like the trunk was popped, and they were sitting on the trunk, and
he got
like
popped.
3 dudes.
That was Huntington.
And then the white guy's like, fuck you, N-words.
Yep.
Just like that, like with all the white dudes around him, and everybody kind of just was like,
the car stopped.
It got silent. It got silent. Even the white guys were like, and then one guy hopped off.
Yeah.
And he said, "What'd you say?" And he said, "Bah!" Hit him one time, knocked the bike over.
The white guy.
The white dude hit the black guy.
The black dude hopped off the back of the trunk, went to the dude that was talking it, and he punched him.
Right.
And then it was a big.
That's what he
thing.
deserved.
And he knocked him out.
No, he didn't deserve that.
The white guy didn't deserve to get hit.
Listen, he got knocked. And then stumbled, whatever. It was a big.
Maybe he should have went and shook his hand.
Maybe you should listen to the story, fool.
I mean,
listen. So he was stumbled, he was stumbling, and then he came back for a second time. Bah! Woo!
Knocked him out.
Knocked him crooked on the brick wall. Just laid there.
So which part did he deserve? The knockout or just the first hit?
The knockout.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. But so that was there.
Yeah. Anybody that's against protesting, you're basically against the Constitution.
Yeah, don't be
the freedom to speak.
Do what you got to do.
Sound ignorant when you say it.
But it says also peacefully. Like, don't be an asshole. Don't fucking break shit. Like, that's not peaceful.
That's not a protest. It's looters.
Thank you very much.
There's every news coverage is now being put in check, and they're saying the truth. They're saying that the bulk and majority of the protest is very peaceful. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The bulk and majority. The bulk and now they're reporting it to be peaceful because they weren't reporting it before because you always find that one.
Initially, but now
I mean that's because that's all you saw. You didn't see they didn't show the cleanup the next day. Yeah. They didn't show the thousands of people that were peacefully walking through the streets. The news is trained to show the bullshit. So of course everyone thinks that, oh well, in the beginning it was so violent, and I was like, yeah, it was violent, but like it's like you said, it was the Antifa guys, it was the white kids, it was everyone that wasn't looking to
everyone caught on.
Everyone
quick.
that wasn't
Very
hurt
quick,
or could care less about black people was out there looting and destroying shit.
Nothing
but
to do
now
with Mr.
the
Floyd.
True colors are shining. People are still having protests by the thousands. Yeah. Streets are being renamed. Yeah. Murals are being painted. Statues are being torn down. No one wants to talk about like the good shit. Yeah. So like, shout out to all the people still on a positive note
for sure.
that are protesting for Black Lives Matters. My love goes out to them and all you other assholes talking about all lives matters and want to hold on to your superiority and your comfort zone. Exactly. I hope that shit comes crashing down around you.
Yeah, you know what?
Because it sounds like it is.
It's a complex.
Exactly. Oh, and all these kids are putting their grandparents on blast. Keep doing that shit.
What do you mean?
Doing what?
All these kids are putting they're getting voicemails and text messages from their old school grandparents that were around when there was like slave patrols and all that. They know why the police act a certain way. They know the underlying reason why they treat black people different. They're getting on their grandkids for protesting. They're yelling at their grandkids for going out there. They're like, "Don't be stupid. That's your future." What they're saying to them is, "You're gonna lose your edge in this world. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose your privilege. Yeah. And people are like, well, fuck this privilege. Yeah. All my friends are black, or some of my friends are black. Like, why should I have a head start over them? Yeah. And they're going to the same college I'm going to, or they're working the same job that I'm working, or they're just as talented as I am. There's a huge wave of people that are just done with the bullshit, man. They're done with it, and you can see it.
Yeah, for sure. You know what gets me, and I laugh about this every day to myself when I see all this bullshit. And I call it bullshit because, like, people just like at the end of the day, like, just relax, man. Like, if you want to work it through, don't be so angry. You don't have to be angry. You can be
Who?
Just people that see on social
Some
media.
People can't help but be angry.
Yeah, but for the majority, like, everybody doesn't have to be all fucking pissed off. Like, yeah, be pissed off, but don't, just relax a little bit. Take it easy. Don't.
You mean the guy that says, like, to this day?
Yeah, well, don't turn it into hate. You know what I mean? I think there's a fine line.
Too late for that.
But there's a fine line, dude. There's a fine line. Don't bring it.
So there's like civil obedience.
Yeah, but don't bring it to the point where you're gonna make me feel uncomfortable if I go to Stater Brothers and want to buy an American flag or that's something I see. Like, no, hold on. Yeah. But what gets me is like these guys are like against capitalism.
Who are you talking about?
No. I'm just saying.
Clear, because
in
black
general,
people aren't against.
No. I didn't say black people. I didn't say.
That's what I'm saying. Who are you talking about?
I'm saying the people who are angry at all this shit, who are taking it one step further.
They're like tearing down people's peaceful signs.
Exactly. So
like the guy that was on the bike that yelled at the little kids.
Yes, exactly.
Or a chainsaw guy.
That shit was funny. Texas is on.
That was Texas?
Yeah, of course. It's either Florida or Texas. If it has to do with guns, it's Texas. If it has to do with any other weird shit, it's Florida. But anyways.